How to address salary and salary negotiations. So let me say this. Salary negotiations only get complicated when you haven't done your research. So a lot of people just scroll on Indeed, or they do random Google searches and they look for companies that are hiring, and they just apply for positions aimlessly. They barely read the job qualifications. Be an informed job seeker. What you want to do before you start your job searches, you want to identify a realistic salary range for you. What salary range can you comfortably live off of? And based off your education and experience, what salary range presents a realistic salary situation for you? So let's say you come up with the number 55 to 65,000. Then you want to Google jobs that pay 55 to 65,000. And you'll come up with titles, you may come up with companies, you may come up with specific postings. Use that to create a list of positions that pay 55 to 65,000, companies that pay 55 to 65,000, career fields that pay 55 to 65,000. Next thing you want to do is you want to see what qualifications those career fields and those positions require. What education? How many years of experience do you need? Okay, and then you'll use that as a guide while searching and applying for positions. So if you find that HR generalist roles pay 55 to 60,000, and hey, I have a business degree and I used to be a store manager, I actually have a good shot at this. I did hiring and firing, I managed personnel files, I did onboarding, I researched sensitive issues, etc., etc. So now you're going to, before you apply for that company, you know that your salary range is 55 to 65K. So you're going to Google, what does Johnson & Johnson pay their HR generalists? And you're going to see sites like Glassdoor and PayScale. And you're going to use this as a guide. I'm going to tell you now, if it says that they're paying 35,000, if that's the average pay, that's probably what they pay, somewhere around that number. If you see that they pay 55 to 65,000, they may offer you 54, they may offer you 66. Proceed. So that way, when you get on the phone with them, you already have an idea in your head what they pay. So you can say, when they ask you, what salary are you looking for? In a perfect world, I want to make 65,000, but I'm flexible to accept 55 to 65. And now you're on the same page because you were an informed job seeker. You did your research. So you're not telling someone that you want to make $85,000 for an HR assistant position that pays $1,750. You did some market research, you researched the company, you have a general idea of what they pay, and now you can come up with a realistic range, or you could decide that, hey, this isn't the company for me. They don't pay enough. So the key is be informed so that you know what type of salary to demand from these people.